What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. It is January 21, 2023, and it is 2:08 p.m. Sunday, and we're closed for the day already. Hey guys, it was a very busy day. I had a great day today when it came to sales and productivity. We organized a little bit of tires, so if you saw my last video, this whole little area got cleaned right here, and we put it into their spots, and we filled up 2 racks. This is one of them, 20550 17. Well, there's like 1 or 2 missing. We got to look for more. We got them from there. I'm sure I can find 2 more from there to fill up that rack. And then the bottom, we fill up this rack right here, 215 50 17. So I wanted to talk to you about how we stay current in today's market, 2024. Tire shop business is like a chameleon. You adapt with change, you adapt with the times, you adapt with your environment, right? And so, just an example, right? When it comes to sales of tires, it goes around. It's probably around 35% brand new that I sell, and 65% used. It could be around 70% used, 30% new, something around those lines, right? And I'm not the one who's forcing it like that. If you're really good at business, you can force it, which is, once you get to a level, you can pretty much dictate how much, percentages. So like if you have a system and you built your salespeople to be forcing on the new tires, you can make it happen, no problem at all. It's just a lot of grinding, hustling. I'm not like that, man. I used to be like that, but I'm already older, man, and I don't see, I used to do that with the military tires. I used to do that with the lifted truck tires, and on certain new ones, I would push it. I'll get sales, no problem. Your shop can do whatever you want it to do. But nowadays, with the level that I am now, I much rather let nature run its course. And what I mean is, I just let the market dictate what they want. So what I'm saying is, I'm not the one forcing. I'm gonna buy more new tires, I'm gonna force the sales. What I'm doing is, I'm just selling what the customers want. So like, they come buy used, put them on, right? They come, they ask for used, and we have it, and on purpose I have it because I know what they want. So like, and how do I know what they want? Because they have came in the past and asked for it and sold, and it just continues to sell, right? And so like, they come in, they ask for the tire, I say yes, we have it, here it is, here's the price, and sold, right? So it's just over and over, and I let the market do its thing. I let the customers ask what they want, and I'll give them what they want. And that's why it's 70% or whatever it is, sale in the used, and 30% in the new. Now, that's in my area where I'm here at in San Gabriel Valley in Los Angeles County. That is the market. So that's what I have, and I just let nature do its thing. And guess what happens? I just do sales after sales after sales. So we did a couple new sales today. They asked exactly, that's what they wanted, so we just have it, put it on, right? But again, I just, what they want, like, if they came and said, hey, I want new ones, I'm not gonna try to sell them used, just because I have more used than the new ones. Just an example. I would say, okay, great, sell them. There's a price, pay it, everybody's happy, right? And that's the way that you know, that's gonna be the easiest and the least, how you say it, the least resistance in your business. It's pretty much you're just giving the people what they want, market, and just, you know, let it run. Just let it run, right? And at the same time, well, you know, we got to do our thing here and just, you know, organize, cut tires. I'm really behind in cutting tires. My team is not good at cutting tires right now. We're just right now been working hard and putting on tire sales. And by the way, it's not important right now. It's not important that we cut tires. It's just, you know, when we ever have a free time, then we're just not really good at that part right now. But you know how it is. You just continue to build your team and change it when time goes by, and you'll get better and better. And then you become a super team. I like to call it a super team, and then that's when you win the championships, right? And again, I always relate it to the Lakers, because out here we're just full of championships, you know what I mean? And I grew up watching the Lakers, and I just love it. And so, like, I was building super teams and then winning championships, right? I feel we're really close this year. We're like 1 or 2 trades away, but it don't matter. If they don't, we're still gonna be the Lakers fans for life, right? Anyway, so once you build that team, and then and then the timing lines up, which is, let's say, summertime. The most tire sales you'll have is in summertime. You can make some serious money, guys, and I always prepare myself as best I can to do that. And I did it last year. It was so great. I lined myself perfect. I had a super team, and I just sold so much freaking tires and made a very good profit, and it was very good, right? There's been times I haven't been able to do it once in a while, like the time is so good, and I don't have the merchandise, or like I just, you know, it's always a balance. You gotta just continue to like juggle the business, right? And this is like years go by. Again, I've been doing it for fucking over many years. I've been doing this at least 20 years, put it like that. I'll just put it like that, right? So sometimes it just hasn't lined up, and I miss opportunities and stuff. But if you can line everything up, you gotta take months to prepare for that time. And by the way, it also works as you're building it. It instantly works, so you don't gotta wait that long to like get like the perfect. I'm just saying that's where it peaks, you know. And if you catch it when it peaks, it's just like, man, it's a beautiful thing. I don't know. It's just like I'm just very happy that I'm in this business and I'm not in other business. And like I was telling you, there's timing and everything in every business, and but tire shops is every year, so it's like every year is like slower, and then it's like normal, and then it gets like, and it peaks, and then like wintertime it kind of becomes like normal again, and then at the very end it kind of goes down a little bit, right? Normally that's how it works, and it starts all over again the next year, and it's normally like that every single year, right? Even when there was a recession, it wasn't peaking hard, but it was very consistent, right? At least good, Brian, enough to have a nice living, and you're not struggling and stuff like that, right? But other businesses, man, like again, it always comes to my mind about the real estate business, because I'm in the real estate business myself, but I don't sell homes. I'm an investor, right? So, but I know a lot of agents, is what I'm saying. I know a lot of agents, and these guys, man, they're really struggling right now. Mortgage guys, it's actually picking up a little bit right now, but for months it's like dead for them. And you know, we didn't have no months, like many months, like $0, 0 month. Like you have let's say you got September, $0, 0 sold, right? So you didn't make nothing September. It's all commission, right? So October, $0, 0 sales. November didn't sell nothing. Just an example. $0, 0 sales. December, $0, 0 sales. January still ending up like it's looking like that. And this is like the norm for like agents, real estate agents. And don't let yourself get confused by what you see on social media and like Instagram and stuff. When it comes to, oh yeah, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, moving this and that, and seeing like they have an important life and you don't. Because the truth is that, you know, money talks. And if you ain't producing, you don't got a result, then you ain't getting paid. But let's just say you don't make as much as them when they make a sale, just an example. But it's consistent and you just keep every single month like making them sales, and it just like, you know, 5 months, let's say you don't make a sale in 5 months throughout the year, then that's like already like almost half a year. Just an example. Because I'm just saying, when I was in business too, I also used to sell houses close to 20 years ago myself. But I had a real estate license to sell homes for, of course, I did like 2 times because it renews every 4 years. So I had it for like 8 years. So I know the business both sides really good. I was in there 8 years myself. I think it's a little bit more too. But anyways, the point is that if you man, if you don't got a consistent business, I mean, it's gonna be really hard for you to make it a decent life, like that you're not gonna be struggling to pay the bills or buy whatever you want, you know. Like, you always want to have that a little bit extra money to like cover unexpected expenses, unexpected like when you mess up and it's not even me that messes up sometimes. Like it's like my guys. Just an example, like if you have a car that comes in, everything's perfect, they put on the tires good, they, you know, the studs are a little old, and then your guy just comes and messes up the studs, and then you gotta pay out of pocket for that. Just an example. Well, you gotta make sure you have, out of, let's say, like, I don't know, out of 100 sales, just an example, out of 100 sales, you made a cushion, a money amount that money is made for expenses, and expenses that are unexpected expenses, and that pays it no problem. And then so you always gotta make a little extra money. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's why I love businesses that are very consistent, that always has a month, like example with real estate, right? Like, I've done it all with real estate. In my opinion, I've done it all except for syndication. I haven't done no syndication. But when I flipped, and it took me months to like buy a house, renovate it, and then sell it. Like, it took, just an example, like one house took me like a year, right? I even put it on one of my videos. But yeah, you made a good amount. Let's say it made 80,000 or something, whatever it made in that one flip. And again, it's just like a side flip, right? It's not like my main business. So it can take time and all that. But when I flipped it, I bought this 8-unit apartment, and that 8-unit, it's around 80,000. You know what? I haven't even made the numbers yet. I haven't even made the calculations after I did my renovations. I did the before numbers, but I haven't done the after numbers. But I think it's gonna be over 80 actually. It's gonna be, let me think real quick. Let me do, let's say, let me see. I want to tell the story right. Yeah, it's a little bit over 80 what it does a year on that one property. But if you divide it by, let's say it's $7,000, right? $7,000 was putting in right now, one 8-unit. If I'm putting $7,000 a month from that one property, I make seven consistently, the same thing over and over and over and over. It makes 84, let's just say, right? It continues next year, 7. It just doesn't stop, right? But with the flip, it was like zero cash flow, and you know what? It was actually negative, because I'm putting money in to get it prepared because of the city, wanted a certain way plus the sale, and it was more money out, right? And then it all goes out to one paycheck. When I sold it, closed escrow. It takes a few days to clear the check, and then you get paid, right? So after a year, I made, let's just say 80. And then you gotta talk about, of course, the taxes. And even though this way too, you gotta pay the taxes. But you have much more ways to, of course, minimize your losses or your taxes when it comes to real estate rentals compared to like a flip, right? But the point is, like, it doesn't stop there. It continues and it actually grows. Like every year you have leases, right? You have leases, and then in the leases, once it passes a year, you can upgrade the rent, which is like, let's say $100, right? So throughout the year, you're increasing $100 here, $100 there, $100 over here. So it's just growing, and even after that, it's growing. After the years continues, it doesn't like have to start all over again and start again. And okay, let's say we're gonna take another year. Just an example, if you took a year, I know it's not supposed to take a year to do a flip, but it did because of the city. In our case, it's a whole long story, but there ain't no way you can shortcut a city taking time from doing their reviews and stuff, plus renovations and stuff like that, right? So yeah, I much rather have consistent money month after month, you know, steady stream of income. In this case, you know, my main business is here, the tire shop business, which is high income. It just, you know, every single month it just like produces a very, very, very good amount that I can take care of a whole bunch of other bills that I have if I wanted to, not that I have to. But the point is, like, I much rather have this type of business than a lot of other businesses that are out there. And I guess I'm a little biased, but you know, it's a beautiful, beautiful business. Even if I wasn't biased, I'll still probably choose that. Like, oh, we have a real estate business or a tire shop business, you know, or where you have, let's say, like, I don't know how many customers a month. Let's just call it 1,000 customers a month. I don't know what it is, right? Let's just call it 1,000 customers. Or you have like one sale per month that equals 1,000 customers, right? Just an example. Well, you're gonna have to try to keep up to like the steady flow of income of what it is for multiple streams of sales. Just an example. Very steady, and then you can grow it too if you want. You can keep growing, of course. But I just love it how it just becomes very smooth, and that's what I kind of think about when it comes to this business all the time. It's like, man, a lot of people that are not closing business right now in other types of businesses. And I can talk about other businesses too, like the insurance business. I love it. I actually love the insurance business, the car insurance business. But as for the agents, people that are working there right now, they're really struggling a lot when it comes to the sales. They're not getting paid because California laws are being very expensive for like the carriers, and because of that, the carriers are cutting commissions to the salespeople. It sucks for them, and it's been like that already for like a year and a half. So just imagine your income dipping, not because you did something wrong, but because of politics. And it has to do a lot with inflation. But politics, in my opinion, made that happen. And so because of that, now you're losing money per month compared to what you were making before. Just an example. Yeah, and like here in the tire industry, like the rubber industry, we're not having any of those politics or none of that stuff getting in our way, because it's just something that people don't pay attention to, politicians and stuff like that. It's not like a huge, massive industry. It is huge, but it's like an underground business, man. It's like it's completely under the radar. That's what I'm trying to say, under the radar. But anyway, I'm just really happy that this business exists, and And if you're trying to get into the business, man, I encourage you to get in as soon as you can. And whether you're just trying to work for a tire shop or you're trying to build your own shop, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what year. Here in 10 years, next year, the year before, like in 2 years, it don't matter. It's always gonna be very good for multiple reasons. But you know, I hope this little talk didn't bore you, because I know I was trying to probably talk. I was trying to talk about something else, but it just came up to me. I was just like, man, I'm just really happy about this business. That is just it's just great, man. You just gotta do a little bit of thing every day, every single day. You gotta do a little bit. So like, you come work, you open up, and you gotta do a little bit of here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little there, and then it ends. You go home and enjoy the Lakers, and then you do it again the next day, and then it adds up 7 days or 6 days for me. 6 days later, and then you look at what you did in the past. Like, okay, you made this much money, you made this much. Preparing for next week, the sales preparing for next week. You pretty much, organize your shop looks better, right? Or more inventory, or whatever you're trying to do in your goals, in the tire shop goals. And then, all right, Monday again, start all over again, do it all over again. Do a little bit every single day when it comes to this. And then all those little wins, you're just stacking up. Just come in, stack it up, wins. And then, eventually it equals to very big and consistent income. It's big and consistent compared to like what you're trying to do. And then now you can do other things, right? You can buy some real estate, which is my favorite thing. You can buy another business, whatever you're trying to do. Just save it, whatever. I mean, get your money eaten up by inflation. But it's not such a bad idea right now. There's a lot of people losing money in their investments, including real estate. When it comes to big apartment buildings, like 200 unit, 300 unit, 400 unit type buildings, 500 and up. A lot of those in the last 2 years, 3 years, they're in trouble right now. And the investors that are supposed to get monthly cash flow, they're not, because of certain things that happen. Interest rate went up, and syndicators didn't foresee that coming, which nobody did actually. And now they're paying the price, and that includes the investors not getting their monthly check from them. And a lot of people are not happy because of that. And when I was doing my own thing, I'm just adding to that story. I'm just collecting one property here, one property there, and people are just looking at me like, what's up with this guy? Everybody's doing syndication. Oh, a lot of people are. And then this guy just being safe. And then now I'm like having like a lot of property just like real solid, like a lot of tenants, just very solid tenants, and everything's cash flowing. And my rents are coming in, right? Because it's a whole different story, because of what they're doing and what we do as small investors is a completely different story. And now they're just looking at me like, man, this guy's super smart, he's a genius and shit. But it's actually, I'm just doing what people have done in like the last 100 years, right? It's the same old story. Nothing has been invented new. Just the same old thing. Like, just buy small properties whatever you can afford and make them cash flow, and then you grow and you can buy more in the future. It appreciates and all that. The whole syndication stuff is, I think it'd be great if you buy low, but most people did not in the last 2 years. Most people were overpaying. Same thing like the people buying houses in the last 2 years. A lot of people overpaid, and because they were just like competing with other people and stuff, trying to get that house. And it's different with homeowners. They just like, oh, I fall in love, I want it, and oh, I don't care, I want it. And it just drives up the price like $150,000, and you're paying out of pocket for a lot of that. I know somebody who paid like over $150,000 extra out of their pocket to get their house. And I'm like, man, I'm like trying to buy the cheapest price with making low offers and stuff, man. I'm like, man, these guys are freaking. And now later on, they're, oh shit, this guy's in trouble. He don't know how he's gonna pay the mortgage. the property's not worth as much as it did when he bought it. You know, that's I got a lot of stories of real estate with that kind of stuff, you know. But the point is, when you make that money with the tire shop business, you can now do those kind of things. And just be careful. You gotta educate yourself. That's why I recommend real estate meetups. Watch you get very educated, get very smart, and you're not gonna be these guys who are making these stupid mistakes. That thought that were smarter than you. And I know a lot of guys that happen like that, man. Some guy I know landed $700,000 on a second position property. On second position, so you have your regular mortgage, the first position. You got your second position when someone lends you some tied to the property. He owed $800,000. The property's worth 1.8 or 1.9. Plus he lended $700,000. It's only like $200,000 difference between, which is like nothing. Like if he owed like 1.5 or 1.6 and the property's worth like 1.8 or something, and there's like a very small amount of like equity, man, you're screwed. Man, that means that guy is just gonna take the money and run, forget paying the property, because remember, when you sell, you're gonna have to pay taxes, you're gonna have to pay the realtor fee, and you're gonna have to pay lower your house price, because people negotiate when you sign the house. And you know, he's always been the one telling me, real estate's like no good, man, make more money doing this. And I was like, all right, cool, do whatever you want to do. But all of a sudden you do $700,000 like that. I mean, you can fight it and, you know, get whatever left over, but it's gonna take a couple years. I think if the guy gets an attorney and just prolongs it, and you know, you're fighting to get the house, eventually you're gonna get your money, but you're gonna get your money a lot less than what you let the guy borrow. And at the same time, a ton of headaches, and not let you go to sleep at night because you fucked up on doing this kind of deal, right? But that's what happens when you don't educate yourself in real estate. And you know, you gotta learn these numbers, man. And why does it work like this? You know, like a guy's not gonna go through all that trouble to just like sell their house just to pay some guy that he doesn't even know, that he doesn't even like. And he's just gonna be like, screw you, forget that. I got my money. I don't pay no taxes on a loan. Because when you get a loan, guys, you don't pay taxes. If you refi and you get money out of the property, you don't pay no taxes. Remember that. You pay taxes when you sell a property, then you have to pay taxes on those gains. But with loans, zero taxes, so that means he got his money free, I'm out. But you gotta learn that kind of stuff. You educate yourself. And instead of losing money, like that, man. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at the guy, but you're gonna be making money in real estate, right? All right, guys. Well, I'll let you guys go. Hopefully, the Lakers win today. So let's go Lakers, right? You guys are not Laker fans, you know, become Laker fans. I'm just saying. But I'll let you guys go. Mamba out.